Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the second day of I Woke Up Like This. I went on quite a bit later. It's almost 7:30 now than was originally planned because of the time change and tiny people. And yeah, so I just got one down. The other one is probably due to get up anytime now. So just things were a little different today. So I wanted to get right to the point here with talking about accepting where you are today. So I went through a huge shift in my thinking last week, actually. I'm one of those people who very typically, like most, I'm guessing, I don't know, it's not like we sit around and talk about it, I hold on to all of my clothes, especially from before I was even pregnant the first time. And I've actually existed in this strange in-between zone where I was still wearing my maternity clothes a lot, but I was a little bit too small for my maternity clothes and still a little bit too big for my regular clothes. Between Sienna and Audrey, I did go out and buy a couple pair of jeans and things like that. Some of those not really comfortable yet, so those are not an option. But I really had this thought process when a couple weeks ago I had some pictures taken with Sienna, and I was wearing a shirt that I really like, and that was purchased before I was pregnant with Audrey, and it looked snug. And it was purchased to be a bigger shirt, and I didn't feel comfortable in it. I didn't feel like I looked great in it. Maybe down the road, I'm going to look back at those pictures and be like, what were you thinking? Because I've already had a few of those moments as well. But yeah, I didn't feel good in my clothes. And this was one of my favorite shirts currently. So I got one of those text messages from Old Navy saying, hey, $10 shirts. And I checked them out and I was like, oh, I kind of like those. And I really had to force myself to put the size aside. So I grabbed the size I think I was hoping to be and the size up them from that, and I ended up getting trying on the bigger size first and kind of getting feedback based on that. So that actually kind of leads into tip number one is go buy the clothes. Don't wait till you get back to such and such size. Don't wait until you start seeing results at the gym. Go buy the clothes for the size you are today. It's going to make a huge difference for your self-esteem, as I came to realize since I went shopping last week. So to continue on with that, I went to Old Navy and bought a couple of shirts that I really liked. And then I went to Victoria's Secret and spent the gift cards I got for both last Christmas and for my bridal shower last year. But since I was heading into maternity bras, I didn't really buy anything last year with it. And I bought myself a new pair of leggings because that's what I wear to work. I wear leggings to work, and my leggings look disgusting. And they didn't fit properly either. So go buy the clothes. Go buy the clothes, whatever size you are today. Don't wait until you feel like you can fit into the clothes that are still in your closet. Don't wait until, you get down to whatever number you've placed for yourself. Go buy the flipping clothes so you can start to feel good about where you are today. Tip number two is get rid of the clothes in your closet. So maybe I should have flipped those. Maybe tip number one should have been get rid of the clothes in your closet. There are things that I've been holding on to in there for, we're pushing probably 4 years now. And I didn't wear them between Sienna and Audrey. And if I wear them again, or if I were to ever get to the point where I could fit them again, well, they're gone now. Which is kind of what led to my shopping spree last week. Is that I went through my closet and I threw everything in a bag. And it's still in the bag, so I guess I could reach in there and get it, but I don't feel comfortable in them. A lot of them are really old. I mean, we're talking 4 years here where I was pretty much living exclusively in maternity clothes. But yeah, get rid of the stuff in your closet. If you haven't worn it for 2-3 years, you are not going to wear it again. So just get rid of it. when it comes back in style, it's probably going to be a slight variation of that anyway, so you're still not going to wear it. So just get rid of it all and get down to the bare basics. And then when you go and get the clothes, which I talked about in tip 1, make sure you're getting outfits together. So that way, you're going to have stuff that looks good, or get things that kind of go with everything. So all the tops kind of go with most of the pants. Most of the pants go with most of the tops, which, I guess would be the case. It's the day after daylight savings. I'm tired. So yes, go through, get rid of it. If you haven't worn it, there's probably a reason you don't feel comfortable in it. You deserve to feel good in the clothes that you're wearing, no matter where you are in your journey in terms of health, fitness, etc., etc. So go buy the clothes and get rid of the clothes. Those are my first 2 tips. And the third tip for the day is honor your hunger. As especially as new moms, there's this big push for us to get into our pre-baby bodies, and especially if you you're still riddled with hormones for so long after the fact, but whether you're nursing or not, it doesn't matter. If you start restricting your food in any way, you're putting your body into a deficit in terms of the energy you need for the day. So really honor your hunger. Make decisions based on how you're feeling as much as you can. And it is a process. It's not going to be, this is a tip that's not going to change overnight. I mean, you could go right now, get rid of the clothes in your closet. You could go out when the mall opens in a couple of hours and go buy the clothes, but honoring your hunger takes effort. You need to not only decide when you're hungry, outside of whether you are, lost my train of thought again. Whether you are outside of, the typical eating hour, so breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you're not hungry at lunch, don't necessarily have to eat at lunch. Carry around snacks in your bag. When you sit down to something that you've labeled as bad food, many of us do, maybe you personally don't, while you're eating it, how does it make you feel? Afterwards, how does it make you feel? Sometimes just sitting back and taking in how these things feel once they've kind of, they're going through your body, you're done with it, it's going to change whether you end up having a craving for that, especially if you remove that this is a bad food label. We've got a guest coming up behind me here. Morning, sunshine. So, with that said, that's about all I got for you today. Yeah, it isn't dark outside anymore. So with that said, that's about all I get for you. So just a little recap about accepting where you are today. Buy the clothes, number 1. Just go measure yourself, get measured, try on a variety of sizes, not the one you want to be, but go up from that too. Try them on, make sure you feel good and ignore that label. Just get yourself something that makes you feel great. That includes bras, because since I went bra shopping last Monday, I feel pretty fantastic. Get rid of the clothes, the stuff you've been holding on to until you fit into that stuff again. Get rid of it. You don't need it, and if it doesn't make you feel good, why bother wearing it? And then tip number 3. Yeah, there is something there. And tip number 3 is to honor your hunger. Really paying attention to how things are feeling when they go into your body, what specifically you are craving when those cravings come on, and deciding after you're all done how that particular food made you feel. So just a couple of tips for this Monday morning. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to let me know. And next week I definitely have a plan, but if there is something that you want to hear about, feel free to throw a comment below, and let me know if any of this resonated with you. If you have any more questions or you want to add to that list of accepting where you are today, I always love hearing from you, whether it's through the comments or through direct messaging. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks so much for listening, whether it's live or through the replay, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.